Hello viewer and thank you for watching. Now before I begin, I would like to clarify that I do not hate Bleach or think that it sucks, but I do believe it has its share of problems. I do enjoy the series, otherwise I wouldn't have watched this many episodes and read so many chapters. What I want to talk about is something I noticed in Bleach, a flaw that may ruin the experience of fans of the series, so it's up to you whether you want to listen to me or not. This flaw may be removed in the future, but it all depends on Kubo's talent as a mangaka. Personally, I hope he does, because for some strange reason I want to see this series succeed, rather than never reaching the potential it should have had. This research, per se, may not be the last I talk about Bleach, for eventually I will explore its defects and what could have been done to avoid performing its mistakes. I shall eventually speak about what I liked from it, but for now, let's begin with the recycle of Bleach. What you see here is the first scene of the first episode, but if you've seen Red Bleach, you already knew that. How about this scene? Is it unfamiliar to you? It's because it was the last episode of the Bond filler, number 109. Notice how this scene parodies the first episode, thus adding a nice effect to the end of the filler and beginning the new arc. Here's where the problem lie. Not in this episode or in this scene, but the similarities of arcs. Consider the first 3 arcs as one whole or a movie, and consider the start of the Arranca arc to the end of the war as its sequel. Now everyone knows how difficult it is to make a sequel better than this first film, right? Well, the difficulty in this case is avoiding the recycling of scenes from his first film. The following is my proof and my interpretation of scenes. Note, not everything is in chronological order from one arc to the other, but the same events do occur. Let's start with the plot, for instance. Both share the kidnapping of a main woman-girl character in which to rescue her. Ichigo and the crew have to break in an unknown world. To them, it's at least unknown. Now, that's the most obvious one, but has anyone noticed these? For starters, notice when Rukia first encounters a Hollow, she is able to kill it with ease. In the sequel, Rukia battles Leroy and easily kills him. Now, following the first arc, Rukia encounters another Hollow and was beaten by it. In the Arrancar arc, what happens to Rukia with the next Hollow she encounters? Not the same wounds, but the same result. Now onto Ichigo's fight with Grand Fisher. This is the fight in which he loses and the Hollow gets away while Ichigo is screaming for him to finish the fight. Ichigo loses his fight with Grimmjow and this happens. Grand Fisher is hurt by Kurosaki family members and receives advice from both of them. Chad gains the power up in both of his battles. 2 strong individuals arrive to pick up their target. The first being Rukia and the second being Ichigo. Notice how these movements are similar as Ichigo overpowers both Renji and Yami, the weaker one of the pair. Both Byakuya and Ulquiorra are observing each Ichigo and both mock the weaker partner.
ずいぶん苦戦してるな。変わってやろうか。うるせえ。こんな奴相手に残白刀まで使う。
In both fight scenes, there is talk of Ichigo's outrageous amount of Reiatsu.
あのガキ、急に冷圧の揺れがでかくなった。しかも揺り幅が尋常じゃない。低い時の冷圧はゴミみたいなもんだが、高い時は俺よりも